Hey, welcome to The Explainer. We've been doing this whole series on how AI can help build a more equitable society, and today we're tackling a big one. A really big one. The dream of actually owning an affordable home.
Okay, let's start with just one number, 4.7 million. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That's the record high housing deficit the U.S. is staring down the barrel of for 2025. It's a massive gap between the homes we have and the homes we desperately need.
So, the big question is, how on earth did we get here? Well, to really get it, you've got to look at the numbers behind this crisis and how this gap, well, it's been getting wider and wider for years.
All right, look at this. This is from just 2023. Now, you'd think with all the construction going on, we'd be catching up, right? Nope. For every 1.8 million new families that formed, all needing a place to live, we only managed to build 1.4 million new homes. We're not just failing to close the gap, we're literally digging the hole deeper.
And look, this isn't just about trying to buy a house. If you're renting, you are feeling the squeeze big time. There is a shortage of more than 7 million affordable rental homes in the US. That puts just incredible pressure on pretty much everyone, from college grads to families just trying to get by.
And you know this goes way beyond just economics. It's not just a line on a chart, it's a massive social issue. I mean, check out this quote from the Urban Institute. The crushing cost of housing is one of the top reasons a whole generation of young adults is putting off getting married, having kids. It's actually changing the fabric of our society.
So, that really brings us to the billion-dollar question, right? With costs going through the roof and supply just not keeping up, how do we possibly build faster, cheaper, and, smarter? The old ways just aren't cutting it.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting. This is where technology, specifically artificial intelligence, starts to offer some pretty powerful answers. And we're not talking about some far-off sci-fi future here. This is a new toolkit that's already showing up on job sites today.
So where exactly can AI make a dent? Well, it goes right after the three biggest money pits in any construction project: the design phase, the cost of materials, and the cost of labor. If you can optimize those three things, you can change the entire game.
So let's break this down. We're going to look at 4 specific ways AI can slash costs and start to unlock some real affordability. Some of this is happening right now, and some, well, it has the potential to totally reshape the industry.
Okay, first up, AI-optimized design. So instead of an architect spending weeks on one single blueprint, imagine an AI that can spit out thousands of different options almost instantly to find the absolute most efficient, cost-effective layout, all before a single nail is hammered. And the impact of that? It's not small change. We're talking about a potential 20 to 30% reduction in total construction costs. That is massive, just by getting the design right from the get-go.
So how does it work? Well, think of it like a super architect. I'm talking about tools from companies like Autodesk that can juggle thousands of variables at once, stuff a human brain just can't process simultaneously. It's figuring out the best plumbing routes, electrical layouts, minimizing material waste, and it even designs things to be perfect for prefabrication. It's finding these hidden savings that were just invisible before.
All right, number 2. This one tackles something that drives every builder crazy: the supply chain. The wild, unpredictable cost and availability of materials. And by bringing some predictability to this chaos, AI can knock down the total cost of materials by a really solid 10 to 15%.
So how does this work? The key here is basically foresight. You've got reports from places like Deloitte and IBM talking about this. AI algorithms can crunch these massive global data sets. We're talking shipping traffic, weather patterns, trade policies, all to predict the future price of something like lumber or steel. This gives builders a huge edge. They can buy low and avoid those project-killing delays when suddenly there's a shortage.
Okay, number 3 is a big one: AI-driven modular and prefab housing. So instead of building a house stick by stick out in the rain, you're building whole sections in a factory, and AI is coming in to basically supercharge that entire process.
And when I say supercharge, I mean it. This is a potential game changer. We're talking about cutting labor costs and construction time by up to 50%. Yeah, 50.
So this is how you solve 2 huge problems at once. You have companies like Icon using AI-powered robots to handle all the repetitive tasks, which is a huge help with labor shortages. At the same time, you can run AI simulations that find and fix tiny errors on the factory floor before they become huge, expensive problems. The bottom line, you build better homes way faster.
And finally, number 4, generative design. Now this is a cool one. This is where AI doesn't just optimize a plan, it creates new ones from scratch, with a goal of making a home not just cheaper to build, but cheaper to actually live in over the long run.
And we're talking about real savings here. This kind of smart design can cut a family's future utility bills by an average of 25%. That's money back in your pocket every single month.
This is where AI gets kind of personal. It can generate floor plans based on what a family actually needs. Maybe a safe play area for the kids, or a room that can easily be expanded later. And based on research from places like NRL, it can simulate how that home will use energy for the next 30 years to make it as efficient as possible. It's designing for real life.
So, let's zoom out for a second. What happens when you start combining all these innovations? Well, the potential impact on affordability becomes really, really clear and pretty powerful.
We're not just talking about shaving a few % off here and there. When you combine these AI tools, you're looking at a potential reduction of 40 to 60% in the total cost of building a new home. That isn't an improvement, that's a revolution. That's the kind of shift that could finally make owning a home a reality for millions of people who've been completely priced out.
And that really leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? The technology is here, or it's right around the corner. But turning all this amazing potential into actual, affordable homes that people can live in, well, that's going to take a huge effort from everyone. The tech companies, the government, and the builders on the ground. The tools are ready. The question is, are we ready to use them?